shot at this hole, which has taken its toll today. English 221 yards away.
It's into the wind, and you can just maul a tee shot on this hole and still have a long way to go, and the pin's cut over the water on the extreme left-hand portion. It's a pretty good shot, but he's still got work to do.
Back at 10. The Zaid note is next, Bones.
121 to a front pin back into the wind, which is actually a good thing. It's very tough to get the ball stopped on these greens, as we've seen the last couple of days, but back into the wind with a wedge, he should be able to do it. But my goodness, this is taken off. Let's see if he can spin it off the ridge. And that one just got away from him.
Boy, that is really a misjudgment. Just did not gauge the wind right.
And we'll keep it here for Rory, who roasted his tee shot.
Just a huge one into the wind, and Roy knows it's highly likely he's going to really have to make something happen on this second nine. He's done it on this tee shot here, just 76 yards left. Got to make something happen here.
Get in the hole! Oh boy, did that stop fast. That's just...
Tyrrell Hatton, the leader, heads to the back nine here at Bay Hill with a 2-shot lead.
That's a nice, comfortable wind off the right-hand side for a guy who fades the ball. You should love that wind. And he narrowly carried that bunker, but that is going to be... He didn't carry it. Uh-oh, and that looks like a terrible lie.
Up at 11. It is him with an iron off the tee.
Well, he's going to be a long way back, Dan.
Like we said, Zing, this hole has been beating up the players. 11.
As these greens have started to brown out and lose a little bit of their color.
Just not going to happen, it doesn't look like, for McIlroy. Sure looked like it was going to be his to win.
17.
Our first look at the difficult par 3. Keith Mitchell, a winner at the Honda a couple of years ago, or last year. It's a 5-iron. They could not find this flagstick yesterday, but Mitchell homes in on it today. To the 11th.
And English, this for par.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It was a decent shot when he was hitting it over the green there at 11, but from 221 into the wind, anything over the water is okay, but it is very fast from where he pitched from. See if he can save another good par.
Oh, man, that's huge. And depending what happens above him on the leaderboard, it could be gigantic, because, as we mentioned, 11 has been eating up the players, and English is able to stay under par along with 4 other players. And so there is the lie for Hatton in the bunker at the 10th.
Yeah, it doesn't look that bad.
It's not. I don't think it's a bad lie. He's got 129 left. The ball is below his feet, however, so that might make it a little more difficult, but the ball's sitting pretty clean.
And the trick when it's below your feet is to get the heel out of play here. You want to almost try to get it out on the toe side of center if you can. If the heel hits the sand, it's going to be fat.
Well, we got the ball solid right of the hole at the center of the green.
Yeah, that's a fine shot.
Never really saw much of it. He got a face full of sand with that wind right in his face.
Let's see what contact. That's pretty well ball first. And he catches a face full.
We're always looking at his face to see what kind of shot he hit, but we're not helped out by that. But it was a solid one. Now Leishman.
Leishman 121. Good lie. Just hadn't gotten in enough fairways. He's only hit 2 fairways so far. Well, it's a pretty good looking shot.
Oh, it is, Raj. Leishman in line for another birdie to get to 3 under. And this is M, a long way back, scary looking shot at 11.
Yeah, mishit off the tee leaves him well back, 250 to the hole right into this stiff breeze.
250. Goodness.
He's got this going at the center of the green. Let's see if he can catch land here.
He's dry, but he's got some work. That one skirts all the way back, I think, across the cart path. Tyrrell Hatton trying to put away his first PGA Tour victory. That runs out of patience. 8 weeks after surgery, he started chipping again and had that tie for 6 in Mexico, which signaled he was healthy and back. Birdie putt on the way for Hatton.
Well, he's really comfortable now, it appears, especially on the greens, and that's the challenge when the pressure's on. He's 6 under par on the back nine, Dan, better than anybody in the field this week.
2-11, and Rory on the tee, going with the big stick here. This is going to be full gas the entire way, you'd think, for Rory. 6 back. That one's not able to skirt the bunker. Back to 10, and Leishman, after a beauty, getting down to see if he can't get this down to get within 3, Raj.
And coming off that birdie at the last, and this would help give him some momentum. Should go a little to the left.
And just dove on him.
Boy, that was cruel.
Yep, that would have been a nice way to make the turn with back-to-back birdies, but Leishman will stay 4 back, 17.
Keith Mitchell, this to get to even par, which is pretty darn good. He'll have to stay at 1 over 10.
And just a little tap in for Hatton. So cruising along, has not had to keep really any emotions in check because it has been pretty smooth sailing after the 2 bogeys in the first 5 holes start. We go back to 11, and note what does Sungjae M have?
Yeah, not getting much easier for him here. The ball is sitting on a pretty firmly packed part of this grass here. He's not going to be able to slide anything under it. The only option he has is to try and hit something maybe 3-4 yards short and then just guess on the bounce ball. And if he guesses wrong and gets topspin on it, it could roll over the backside of this green.
That's the scary part. You know, if he's got that in his head, he'll leave it short of the green.
Well, it's the kind of lie. He's not going to be able to get any check spin on it to slow it down, so he's got to really play it to run out and see if he guesses right.
Just didn't have enough.
And there you go. I mean, I guarantee you what Noda said was in the back of his mind there. He easily could have chipped that in the water.
M has yet to drop a shot today. He'll need to hold out from behind the 11th if he's able to stay at 402 back. Tyrrell Hatton looking strong. Sungjae M has putter from well off the green here, noted for par.
Damage control here. Big left to right swinger. Very difficult. See if he can get it in close, and if it goes in, great, but make no more than 5.
Man, he just almost made it.
Yeah, what a touch.
But it's the first drop shot for Sungjae M on the day.
Well, a bogey doesn't kill you at 11. A double might, but a bogey doesn't. Tyrrell Hatton is back there on the tee.
Yeah, again, 11, the second toughest on the course today. 18, which lies ahead, is the toughest. And so now it's a 3-shot lead for Hatton, with them giving 1 back. Let's go to 12.
Second shot here at the par 5 for Harris English, some 242 yards straight downwind. Whole location up in the little shelf in the back right portion of the green. There has been an eagle here so far today. Oh, will this one catch the flag? Oh. Oh, man, and that gets all the way through the green.
11, and Rory's working from the bunker. Scary shot for McIlroy as he tries to put some charge into his game here on the back nine to try to become a part of the conversation here late.
It's probably the most difficult approach shot on the golf course, and he pulled it off.
Yep. And again, a 4 here at 11 is great. You move on and try to get it with the par 5s coming up at 12. And then it's 16 later. This is English at 12.
Yeah, and with his third shot now, got to get this thing up in the air. Oh, slid the club under the ball beautifully. Oh, that's well done. So English will have that short putt to get to 2 under, get within 4. Got to take advantage of the par 5 here, Paul. Downwind, second easiest hole on the course.
See how the leaders do on this 12th hole.
All right, we go back to the 11th tee,
where Raj Leishman has an iron.
Yeah, well, this is one of those tee shots that has real pucker power. Water left, bunkers right.
And a long wait as well, Raj. 8 minutes ago, these guys walked off the 10th green, huh?
Yep. I'm sure this will be just a low bullet. He likes to hit that shot.
He hit a bunch of them on the driving range in his warm-up this morning.
Yeah, he was striping them. And, you know, you walk down the practice tee, including you, Zing, everybody looking, okay, McIlroy maybe is the guy to beat. But Leishman, I mean, with playing on the wind like he did on the coast of Australia, his game is tailor-made for these kinds of challenges. Look at Hatton, aggressive with the driver.
And his miss has been to the right when there's danger on the left. Let's see if he can make a good swing here.
And I think he must be feeling really, really good about his swing to pull this club.
Is that pulled a little bit? It is.
Boy, he didn't need to hit that. And now he's going to be a long way back, and he's got to fly the next shot over the water.
Yep. You just never know. Around every corner, there's big problems potentially here at Bay Hill, and Hatton just rinsed it. Back up to 12.
Birdie putt for English. Well done. Good up and down. Moves to 2 under. Man who didn't have a top 10 finish all last season and has already had 4 in this top 10 finishes.
This was a moment ago. Third shot for Scotty Scheffler. Young rising talent who a lot of people think might be the next young player to win out here. Started the day at even. He's had a rough day, as is everybody, but it just got a little better. He's like, all right,
I'll take it.
There are some birdies out here. And Mitchell finishing up for birdie at the 18th. The Open qualifying series, again, is a part of Bay Hill, and Mitchell was the recipient of one of the spots last year. And he posts at even, and we'll see what that looks like in a little bit. But again, there's 3 spots open if you finish in the top 10, not otherwise eligible for the Open Championship. That another part of the Arnold Palmer Invitational this year, and he got it done last year.
Back, and that is the second shot for Sungjae M at the par 5 12th, and that should hang on. Work its way away from the hole, but still an eagle opportunity.
It's hard to appreciate how good that shot was.
Yeah, as these greens continue to be firm and fast. Back at 16, Damon, we saw the eagle putt just barely slip by the hole. Nice 2-putt birdie there. Joel Damon to even par. And how about that solid round? 2 birdies, just a single bogey for the 32-year-old from Washington, who now resides in Scottsdale, Arizona. And back to the 11th.
And there's Hatton, probably doing some self-talk here. He's worked on his patience and his emotions.
This is a real mental battle for him, and you can tell by the look on his face. I mean, he's got a lot going on in his head right now.
Up ahead, here's McIlroy.
And I gotta think that both the guys in this group would be pretty inspired if they knew that Hatton actually hit his ball in the water, but they won't know at the moment. Rory here looking just to finish off this 4 and then get to the downwind 12th, the par 5, and make something happen. He could really use some juice here this last part of the back 9.
Well, a par on this hole is very good.
Yep, second toughest hole today, the 11th. Hatton feeling that.
At 13, that's Harris English. Flagstick right on the front right corner of the screen. Oh, not long on the left. And you can see where that flag is. Very difficult. 211.
Leishman, we took an iron off the tee, Raj.
And the bad news is when you do that, he's got 213 left. Wind's kind of laid down for the moment, which is good news.
Well, there's worse places to be than that. That's not overly difficult bunker shot, but it will be fast now. Here's the challenging part here now for Tyrrell Hatton, Roger.
And we've got him at 188 back here where he's about to drop it.
He's only the second player to put it in the water at 11 today.
And right now he's got to be a little frustrated, a little hot. It's all about controlling the demons right now, isn't it?
It sure is, and we know the battle, the mental battle's tough. But, yeah, only one other guy drove it in the water. Plenty of balls. Plenty of balls have found the water on the second shot, Roger.
And like I say, the wind though has dropped at the moment. It's really calmed down a lot just in the last couple of minutes.
And we'll use our top tracer powered by Top Golf for this third shot for Hatton.
Sit down there.
Now we know what that's all about. Gonna be tight, fast, probably not gonna have a great lie. That ball snuck through the gallery and got over the path. He's gonna be back there where M was just a few minutes ago.
There he is. He's simmering. He says it's in me every time I play.
He's refreshingly honest about it, though, isn't he?
He is. He talks about it like he's not pretending. He knows he's got issues. Up at 14, DeChambeau's second at the long par 3. And DeChambeau with a birdie. Out in plus 339, but how about 2 birdies here in the first few holes of the back 9? So maybe DeChambeau can better Mitchell's even par post. I don't know. I think somebody gets a couple under par or something, 2-3 under par. That's going to give these guys something to think about. Hatton's in trouble at